but she acts, you know, just like a nice person. It was really nice. I had a scene with her where I'm supposed to be crying, and we're under bright lights, and I was like, you know, 1 foot away from her, and I got to look her. Oh, I had to ask her, you know, can I look in your eyes, because I'm struggling with this scene, and she's like, oh, of course. And dude, she has purple eyes. Yeah, she has purple dots in her eyes. It's a trip, man. She's perfect. Good. I got to stand right next to her, and she's perfect. You know, it's like there's no flaws in her. Everything about her is just amazing. And she smelled good, and I hugged her, man. It's like I held on a little extra longer. Because it was Jennifer Aniston, dude.
Let me go. Like, one more hug, just one more, just a little second. Don't break eye contact.
Yeah, but when the video went viral, dude, it was so trippy, man. It was like, I mean, I'd been living like a dirt farmer, right? Just like a hermit on the side of this mountain trying to make a living, you know, really poor and shit. And I wake up, it was July 3rd, 2010, and I wake up and I check my email, and it's full of messages from YouTube, you know, like 100, and I'm like, oh, wow. I'm like, I don't know what that is, right? But I'm like just waking up, and I'm like, I just deleted the whole page, and I refreshed it, and it was full again. I was like, oh, okay, something's going on. I'm gonna read one, right? So one of them said, oh, Jimmy Kimmel tweeted your video. You're so lucky. And I barely knew what Twitter was, you know, but I knew what this was, and I'm like, it hit. My video's going viral. I knew what was happening because I knew it was coming, right? and so I call my girlfriend, and I go, she's coming to visit me, right? She's driving here, and I go, my video's going viral, and she's like, what does that mean? And I go, it means I'm gonna be famous. And she's like, shut up, you know, you're stupid, you know. And I go, no, watch. It's like I got 1,800 views in an hour, you know. And she's like, oh, you know, whatever. And then by the time she had got here, like a couple hours there, it had 18,000, right? And I'm like, look, it's like this is happening, you know. And she's like, you know, I'll be impressed when it hits 1 million. Dude, in 4 days. the next day, MTV calls and says, we want to run your video and your turkey video. I'm like, whoa. And then right away, Microsoft calls, Touch.0, Jimmy Kimmel. I mean, there's offers, film crews are coming. It's like, whoa, I'm the most Googled person on the planet.
Yeah, you're like about 40 million views have watched your video, right?
That's just that one video. I have 48 million views on my channel. Then the song, the Double Rainbow song, or one of them, has 34 million views. I mean, you know, and then when you count all the different spoofs and all that, it's hundreds of millions.
Look at you, man.
And that's just on YouTube. That's not including all the news that I've done, Nightline, CNN, Good Morning America. I was on Kimmel in some form at least like 20 times. Touch.0, I mean, all the TV shows that I've used it. I mean, South Park, Modern Family, Who Wants to... I was a question twice on Jeopardy, dude. I mean, you know, it's like crazy, right? I've been in comics. I'm on video games, Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, and Pocket God.
Serious?
Yeah, right? It's everywhere. I was Video of the Year in Time Magazine in 2010.
Dang.
I know.
God, dude, so with all this, like, do you get to put out your message and everything, like your whole philosophy?
Totally, man.
Off the land?
Totally.
So
it's been
tell
like
us about that. Like, I want to know, like, what's your interpretation about, or your idea of what we should be doing as a society, and where the fuck are we going if not?
Okay, so all this came about because I'm here to give a message to humanity, right? I understand that's... I mean, the first interview, they're like, oh, so what does it mean? You know, and I'm like, I had to understand what this is. So then right away, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm supposed to give a message. What's the message? So here's the bullet points. And I just said this on HLN News. Love your fellow man, walk gently on Mother Earth, and connect to Spirit. It's three things, right? That's all you need to know. The first thing is love your fellow man. It all starts with love. Love's the first word, right? It's the most important thing.
I would hope so, yeah.
Right. So it's a simple message, you know, and here's the trippy thing. Whenever anyone sees a rainbow now, they have to connect to my video, right? And people, like, they'll start saying the words from the video, and at some point, a lot of people or some people will say, what does it mean? And even if they're just copying me, even if they don't know what they're saying the words. And sooner or later, it's going to click on them. It's an awakening code. It's like when you give someone a sleeper cell and there's a message that when they hear that, they turn on. That's what the video is. I'm turning people on. So sooner or later, when they see a rainbow, they're going to say, what does it mean? And then they'll go, uh-oh, what does it mean? They're going to question. You know, what is a rainbow? And then they're going to come and they're going to look for my video. And there's videos where I explain that the rainbow is always there. You just need the right conditions to see it. And the rainbow is the universe, right? It's the doorway to the universe. And it's always there. It's always around us. You just need water, moisture, and light to see it. And the right angle.
There's a lot of that in Yosemite. I know. This guy just got
waterfall. Right?
Just broke down the legends of life.
Am I blowing your mind or what?
You will soon. Hold on.
Oh, check this out. Check this out. Okay, so, you know in the double rainbow video, the thing that looks like a tent?
Yeah.
It's not a tent.
What is that?
What do you think it is?
An ayahuasca ceremony?
No.
A greenhouse?
Yeah.
It's a greenhouse?
Yes.
Oh, it's a green. Oh, I get it.
And the rainbow ends in it.
Oh, shit.
And the rainbow's God.
Well, that can't be a coincidence, man.
No shit, right?
I'll be right back.
Did I blow your mind again?
This fucking guy. I love the tie-dye you got behind you.
Yeah, my fans make this stuff for me.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I have a friend that does like a shitload of tie-dye like that.
Yeah.
The one behind you looks so fucking trippy, like almost like acid and stuff. I loved it.
Yeah, people make all kinds of clothes and stuff. All the rainbow stuff that I wear, with the exception of my helmet that I use on my motorcycle, is given to me by fans, people who make shirts and stuff like that. I don't really get any money or anything from shirts, but I get a lot of clothes.
That's good. That's still pretty awesome. I actually wanted to ask you, like, all right, what would you say for people like me? I'm a city boy.
Yeah.
You know, I live in LA. I go all around LA all the time. But, dude, I really love, like, I really admire you for what you're doing, for what you did.
Yeah.
You're so young, and you just went out and fucking bought some land, and you just knew automatically what you wanted to do.
Yeah.
What would you recommend for us to do? Like, just go out there, or what?
What do you do? What do you do for work?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm just a student right now.
What are you studying?
Finance and economics.
Well, I mean, I think probably what I would say is I would try and accumulate enough money to buy some land. I think, or join some people that have some land and get on it and get out of the city, because I don't think it's a safe place to be. It's not sustainable.
No, it's not.
And the system that people live in the city is very delicately balanced, and whenever something is delicately balanced, it's subject to being toppled. And when what that means for you who are living in it is the way you live is not going to be there. And when most people don't know how to live, right? There's a Hopi prophecy that says the people who are connected to the earth are going to go off and continue, and the people who are not are going to go off into nothingness, right? So if you all of a sudden you find that there's the little card, the little piece of plastic doesn't get you the stuff that you need, the food, the gas, and your toilet doesn't work and water doesn't come out of your sink, and you're just stuck there in the city with no food, what will you do? You know, and the freeways are all clogged, you know, and you know what I mean? All of a sudden you're
everybody's
stuck.
fighting for just clean water, you know?
Right.
I think water is going to be the next like oil.
Yeah.
In the near future, where people are just going to be fighting over just water.
It's true.
it's scary, kind of. It scares the shit out of me for sure.
We have been living in freakishly abundant time for like the last 500 years, and or maybe even just 200, right? But it's not sustainable. It's going to collapse. It's just a matter of time.
So what do you think about like because obviously you're somebody who's really spiritual and into the land. What do you think about the way our own government? Do you think it's all going to fall apart and we need to go back to more like a traditionalist kind of style of living, like you?
So the dollar is really fake. It's just a piece of paper, and the only reason it works is because people believe in it. And throughout history, time and time again, people have lost faith in the currency, and it just becomes nothing. So that's pretty much inevitable, and now it's like a global thing. So I think that's pretty much inevitable that the dollar is going to collapse. So that's just one thing. There's just so many things that can topple the system that we're on. I mean, natural disaster, that thing in LA, war. I mean, and that's not even considering, an asteroid or a bug, you know what I mean? It's just like, we could pollute ourselves. We could pollute ourselves to death. We could run out of oil. You know what I mean? There's just so many things. The system is going to topple. It's not going to continue working the way it is, because the thing is, it has to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger, right? So I wouldn't continue living on that system thinking, oh, I'm just going to keep going as long as I can go. I would get off of it and do what I'm doing and get connected to the land and live in a community, a tight-knit community that people are working with each other, to live in a sustainable way. Because living in a city is not sustainable.
Yeah.
It's just not.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, and I don't, it might be next year, it might be 10 years, it might be 50 years, but it's not going to last. It can't.
Yeah, like our whole entire system, our whole like economy is based on constant wanting more and expanding and getting bigger and toppling over, and never really considering like whether we should be doing that.
Yeah.
They just know that they want to do that.
Right.
And they just keep on moving. It's just automatically just going to destroy everything.
And it heavily depends on the exponential growth of technology, because new stuff comes out every 6 months, and everybody needs to get what happens to all the old stuff? We're just using up resources as quickly as possible to try to have something that's unnecessarily better or whatever. It's just, and that goes all across the board for the economy, is we're just burning through resources using this magic paper that we give power to, and it doesn't. It's stupid.
It is stupid.
It has a very short half-life. I mean, maybe not our generation or even the next generation, but there's going to be a generation that definitely suffers unless we find some magic bean that provides us with some kind of unlimited energy, or unlimited resources, or a way to feed.
Well, isn't it ironic that like the very society that acts like, oh, we're all rational and everything has to be factual, and then when it comes to our own money, it's, well, you got to believe in it.
Yeah.
You got to believe that it's money. Otherwise, it's not money.
Right.
It's sort of like if you stop clapping, it's no longer like what's her name? The Tinkerbell. Tinkerbell is not gonna fly anymore. You got to keep on clapping.
Right.
Money, like everybody needs to believe in it.
It's
otherwise,
a analogy, man.
I know.
Right.
Dude, I'm not even high.
Yeah, that's why I don't. That's why I don't subscribe to that thing. That's why I live on the land. I got fruit trees. I'm growing. I have vegetable gardens. I have chickens. I'm growing a lot of my food, and I have my own water, and I don't have my own energy yet, but I have the system. It's not connected, but it's there. It's ready to be put in. So I'm close. I have a solar system. Yeah, I have solar panels, and the whole system is there. It's just not mounted. But yeah, so, and I'm connected to the grid, so I don't need it, but I have it.
Right.
Yeah.
But I mean, eventually I'm gonna put it in. It's just like, you know, things take time. I got other things going on, and you know, but it's there
yeah.
at least. At least I have it.
Panels aren't easy to install either. Like,
Yeah.
No, I mean it's just work, and you know, I'm doing other things
Yeah.
right now. I mean, if the power went out, I get it up real quick. Believe me.
Right? When you need it, then you.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I bet I could get it up.
Then you got time to do
If
it.
I really had to, I bet I have power in a couple days. You know, at least some power, enough to where I had, you know, I could get on the internet or something. You know,
Yeah.
charge my rechargeable flashlight or.
So I mean, the government doesn't get on your butt because you're part of the Yosemite tribe, right? Like,
No,
you
my
don't
kids
have-
are. My kids are.
Oh, your kids are.
Yeah,
So-
I'm not blood, but I mean, you know, I'm part of it in that my kids are. I go to the ceremonies. You know, I've been living with them the whole time. I'm just not a blood one. My kids are though, on their mom's side. See, I married into the Yosemite Indian tribe, but you know, everyone considers me one because you know I've been there since almost 30 years now.
Yeah.
So, well, yeah, your family, pretty
Right.
much, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't have a roll number, and I mean, there's different factions that like me and some that don't, you know, and so, but it's all political stuff. But you know, I got my kids, and you know, they back me, and so, and you know, and that's the political stuff, the ceremonies and all that. You know, no one's that's not a factor in the ceremonies.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I was gonna ask like more for your farming. Like the government doesn't get on your butt about the way you farm and stuff like that. Because I know that some independent farmers, people that aren't part of a tribe, and they try doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
you
I don't sell anything.
Oh, okay.
I just grow stuff to eat. Yeah, I don't.
It's just for yourself.
Yeah, it's just for and people who come here.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't do anything for money. I'm not able to think when I like I should do this so I can make some dollars. The thoughts leave my head, so I can't do it. So I just do what I'm passionate about, right? I do what I think I'm supposed to, and free money comes.
Oh my god, you just fucking blew my mind. I'm a finance and economics major. You don't think about money. You know, my brain when it just fucking exploded. Right?
I get a check every month from the Double Rainbow song. Those guys put it.
Wow.
Those guys put it on iTunes, and they gave me half the money. And a lot of TV uses the Double Rainbow, or a lot of different of my footage. So I just get checks from that, and then Chevy gave me a really giant check a few years ago that I still got money from, and Google gave me a really big check. They used 1 second. They used 1 second of my video for 24 hours on their front page to use my to advertise the new $250 laptop about a year ago or so. But
really?
it was trippy though. It was trippy because they didn't ask me, and they didn't tell me that they were going to give me, just a bunch of money showed up in my bank account. It was really bizarre. So it wasn't official. It wasn't official. They never asked me if they could use the video. They just did it, and money just showed up, and I had to kind of put it together that's what happened.
That's awesome.
It was a trip, man.
Dude, that's exactly what people should be doing with their lives, is just being themselves, do what they want to do, and money just comes to you, right?
Right. So have you seen it? So do you know have you seen the video of the Double Rainbow song?
No.
Okay.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, when you got some time, click on the Double Rainbow song, right? Anyway, so the Gregory brothers, who got like 500 million views, they auto-tuned my video the day after it went viral, right? And at the first YouTube conference, they played it, right? So they sang my words at the first YouTube conference they ever had, and someone filmed it, and I saw it, and I'm like, hey man, they're singing my words in public, and I'm like, I should be there, right? So I contacted them, and they're like, yeah, you're right, you should be there. And so I went the next year, and thousands of people sang my words to me, man.
Oh, wow.
And every YouTube conference they've ever had, this has happened. The Gregory Brothers closed the concert, and the last song they sing is a Double Rainbow song, and at the end of the song they bring me on stage, and thousands of people sing my words to me. Not from a song that I sing or wrote. And I don't even sing it, I'll just go out there, and they're singing it to me.
So what was it like the first time you heard the song? Like, what were your, like, what kind of experience was that?
So it was like the day after it went viral, and I was like, wow, that's cool. You know, and they made it a video response to the Double Rainbow video, you know, but it was amidst this whole whirlwind of all this stuff going on. I mean, MTV's calling, there's songs being written about it, you know, reporters are calling, you know, Good Morning America. I mean, you know, it's just like, wow, you know, I'm on a magic carpet ride, you know?
Right.
So, it was just one of the really trippy things that, you know, there's a whole bunch of stuff going on right now. But here's the thing, it just keeps going.
Like, what the fuck am I going to do with it?
Well, how long, when did that video get posted?
I posted it on January 8th, 2010, right after I shot it. I mean, as soon as I shot it, I was like, ooh, I know what this is. This is a viral video. This is important. And I posted it immediately, and I sent it to everyone I knew and said, this is going to be a viral video. Send it to everyone you knew, everyone you know. And it wasn't until Jimmy Kimmel saw it that it went viral. When he tweeted it, it was like an explosion, man.
Wow, yeah, I imagine.
So you want to know how he saw it?
Yeah.
Okay, so in 2008, my son was going to school in Southern California, and I went down there to help him see if we could like get him some acting work. And we drove by Jimmy Kimmel's studio and saw a line, and I thought, there's something there. There's something there that I need to do. So I went home and signed up for tickets, and we went. And when we got into the audience, the warm-up guy came up, and I just like let myself be known, right? I just like let out my energy, and I said, I love Jimmy Kimmel! Right? And then the announcer dude went, what? And he's like, you like Jimmy Kimmel? I said, no, I love Jimmy Kimmel! And he came, and he started talking to me, and he liked me, right? And Jimmy Kimmel comes out, and he brings me right in front of him, right? And he puts the camera on me, and me and Jimmy have this cool conversation, right? And I kind of flirt with Jimmy, right? And then the announcer guy, when I go to sit down, he calls me Jimmy.